Moscow. From a boardroom in Moscow, I watched remotely by television as a security camera mounted by my apartment for 4 miles away swiveled over the street where I live and then began to zoom in on a neighbor's window. Luckily, he'd closed his blinds that day. Zoom in, just not toward the apartment, said Alexander Gorbatko, Moscow's deputy head for information technology, directing an aide taking me on a digital tour of Moscow. To me, he said, as you can see, the system works everywhere. Moscow is plowing billions of dollars into reinventing itself as a modern, tech-friendly European city, and its system of remote surveillance is also ballooning. Over the past 6 years, the city has contracted with telecom operators to install more than 130,000 cameras, many of them boasting high-resolution, zoom and swivel functions, and an uplink to a centralized database accessed by 16,000 municipal, regional, and federal officials, including 6,000 law enforcement officers. I had come to see how Moscow's pursuit of all things high-tech was playing into surveillance systems, and I wasn't disappointed. Officials say the streamlined, centralized closed-circuit TV system serves a dual purpose, and that it was originally conceived to improve municipal services rather than serve law enforcement. They also say that access to the camera feeds is carefully managed. As Gorbatko put it, a person has rights according to the Constitution, and we must do everything to secure those rights. It's not to look after your wife, there are far more important tasks. What are those tasks? Principals can review feeds from the schools they run. City managers can check in on street sweepers, or use visual analytics to review snow or trash removal. In a hypnotizing motion, several video cameras simultaneously rotate and zoom in on a row of trash bins. But it is the possible use by law enforcement that has ignited imaginations and comparisons to such films as Blade Runner or Enemy of the State. Toward the end of my interview, Gorbatko fired up a pilot program employing a facial recognition program made by a company called NTechLab. The same company built a product in Russia called Find Face, which matched faces in photographs to social media profiles on vKontakte, a popular social network. The program was robust enough to beat Google in a Washington University facial recognition competition called MegaFace. It has also found less savory uses. Russian media reported this year that it was used to identify and harass young women on pornography sites in St. Petersburg. In the office, the young aide dropped a file with his face into the program. Within 10 seconds, the system had identified and displayed photographs of him walking into work and into his home, and at the store, called from the past 3 weeks. The system is installed on only 1,150 cameras, they told me, and while they had 10 million faces stored in the system already, it was still a work in progress. Suddenly, I saw a live video stream of myself, standing in the boardroom, appear on the screen. The aide had turned on a mobile app from his iPhone that feeds video into the municipal video database.